everybody, Luna here, and we are playing some BG3 or Baldur's Gate 3. If anyone new is out there, this is the starting screen when you hit new game. You have Explorer, Balanced, Tactician, Honor Mode, and Custom. I'm doing a custom game though, because this one's modded. I'm gonna do honor mode because I'm gonna do the hard. So honor mode rule set, everything tactician. This one you can set as you need. This is the preferred setup for new players, is to make a custom mode. I'm gonna do, I definitely need first 3 strikes, so I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna leave that alone. Definitely gonna need that. I'm gonna make them cheap as dirt. Always prompt reactions is nice. And multi-classing is very nice. Preview dialogue, check difficulty is before rolling is very good for new players. I'm going to not do that, but that's a good one. The rest you can modify as you want. Oops. You can modify as you want. But this is basically my setup. But you can turn on and off as you need and want. So let's hit start game. I'm sorry I might be coming on and off. OBS just doesn't like me streaming this at the same time, but I'll be back and back. I'll try my best to do this. Little tips at the bottom here happen a lot. I'm not gonna reset tutorials. So I'm not gonna use that. Let's see. I'll show you the companions. You can actually play the companions. I'll play their introductions. I'm gonna start with Karlak.
Years ago, I was sold to the Archdevil Zariel. She put a Hellfire engine in my chest and made me her prize soldier. But I've escaped now. Thank you, Mind Flayers. And I've got a few scores to settle. If this engine doesn't burn me to ash first, I'll need people I can trust. An infernal mechanic, and a serious amount of luck. But you know what? I'm not worried. After 10 years in the Hells, I can take on anything. I've got my chance at freedom, and believe me, I'm going home.
That's Karlak. Let's try Will.
"7 years ago, I was exiled from Baldur's Gate, the city I call home. My name is Will, but the people of the Sword Coast call me the Blade of Frontiers, champion of the meek, defender of the innocent. The truth isn't quite so simple, but they're right about one thing. I hunt monsters, and I always catch my prey. My latest target is a devil, and I'm right on her tail. Once I'm through with her, she'll never escape the fires of the first hell."
Try Shadowheart.
My name is Shadowheart, loyal servant of Shar, goddess of darkness and loss. There is little more I can tell you than that. My Lady Shar tasked me with a mission of such secrecy that I surrendered great swathes of my memory in order to safeguard the knowledge of it. All I know is that I must bring the artifact I hold to Baldur's Gate, and that nothing can stand in my way. My goddess is watching.
Let's try Gale.
Well met, stranger. You find yourself in the presence of the renowned wizarding prodigy, Gale of Waterdeep. Please, no need to be intimidated. My virtuosic talents once caught the eye of the goddess of magic herself, Mystra, who named me her chosen, and her lover. Thanks to a slight miscalculation on my part, that relationship eventually soured, as did the greatest of my powers. Now I'm merely a humble wizard on the road to redemption. Unless I can find the path to something greater.
Lae'zel.
Since I was born in the cold reaches of world space, I have known but one purpose: to wield a silver sword and ride a red dragon in service of my regent, the Githyanki Queen Vlaakith. My first step on this path is to slay a mind flayer and bring its head to my queen. There is no flesh I will not carve, and no barrier I will not shatter to see it done. I am the one who sunders, I am the Undying Queen's most unshakable warrior. I am Lae'zel of Kalir.
And now, Starion.
Hello, darling. Don't be shy. I promise not to bite until we've been formally introduced. My name's Astarion, and I've spent a century stalking the night, hunting for pretty morsels just like you. A man called Cazador made me what I am, kept me like a pet, forced me to do his bidding. No more. The Tadpole's influence broke his dominance over me, and now I can finally pursue the one thing I've hungered for these long, dark years. Revenge. I'm going back to Baldur's Gate to track Cazador down in his lair. I'll be the last thing the bastard ever sees.
Now, there's two player interactions. You can play as the Dark Urge, which is player-based. There is no Dark Urge companion. So, and then there's a custom character that you can be. You can customize the Dark Urge to who you want to be, and you have a custom character that you can do whatever you wish. This is Tav, and this is Dark Urge. I'll play their intro.
My rancid blood whispers to me, kill, kill, and kill again. My ruined body yearns to reap death in this world. And when this foul urge calls, it possesses my whole being. Injured beyond repair. I know nothing besides this. I must resist the dark urge, lest it consume my mind. I must discover who I was and what happened to me before my twitching knife hand writes a tragedy in blood.
So let's see. They're supposed to be a Dragonborn, but I can change them to race. See? From half-orc to elf are non-modded. The Azamar, the Kitsune, Taxaby are modded, and one of the elf races is modded. So you usually have high elf and wood elf as base game. This one is modded though, right here, the Eladrin. The rest are that. I added some other Dragonborns, so from black to white are normal Dragonborns. From amethyst to ruby are modded. So are the legs. The legs are modded. So I think I'm going to be doing a lot of playthroughs because I have also modded classes that are extra classes. They're not in base game. So I think I'm going to do a Dragonborn. I am going to do the Dark Urge. There will be a custom some down the line. So we're going to be Dragonborn. I think I'm going to do a Bejeweled Dragonborn. I'm going to change from Wizard to Barbarian are base game. This is modded. This is modded. This is modded. This is modded. And this is modded. Yes, there are some anime classes like the Demon Slayer. So, I think I'm going to do... Part of me wants to do an O-cart. Let's do an O-cart. Let's do an O-cart. Let's do Spring Keeper. Cantrips. We need Guidance. Thorn Whip, which will be helpful. Also, I have some modded spell stuff that is not usually in base game. Create a burst of thundering sound that damage. Hi! This is basically Baldur's Gate. I have some modded classes and skins and everything. Just to make the game more interesting and harder for me. Oh god. Come on, OBS, don't crash on me. Come on.